what broke him down? Was it just
constantly
the pressure?
body punches. When I was hitting him with body punches, I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making women gestures like, I can't find it, but I knew that he was breaking down.
Iron Mike Tyson, although being the world of boxing's most vicious and violent weapon in the ring, was almost never disrespectful to his opponents, and even the most brutal challengers would receive excellent sportsmanship from Iron Mike post-fight. Tyson, at age 21, aimed to hurt every opponent he faced, but they were nothing more than roadblocks to his ultimate goal of becoming the division's undisputed ruler. Customato, Tyson's mentor, had taught him to be focused and use intimidation as a weapon, but it was never personal, with the only exception being Mike Tyson versus Tyrell Biggs.
I know how good I am, and for me to have criticized and the whole shot, I mean, I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Michael Tyson like I am his dad. He's made for me, Tyson. I owe it to myself to go out there and beat this fella like I am his dad. He's made for me, Tyson.
Unbeknownst to Tyrell Biggs, Iron Mike Tyson had a venomous, vengeful flame that burned towards the 6'5" Biggs for 3 years. It all stemmed from the pair's amateur days, as with many personal grudges in boxing. Biggs was the US team's golden boy at the time, a slick, rangy 6'5" boxer who went on to win a gold medal at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. Mike Tyson, on the other hand, would not yet in fact debut at the pro level until well over a year later. And at the time, Tyson was a hopeful yet explosive weapon in the amateur division in New York City. Tyrell Biggs was the dominant force in the super heavyweight division. Mike Tyson in return was forced to compete in the amateur heavyweight ranks at 91 kilograms due to Biggs' dominance. When Tyson was a teenager, he lost a boxing match against Henry Tillman and was so enraged that his Olympic dream had been shattered that he marched out of the trial venue and began smashing a tree trunk with his fists. Tyrell Biggs in his early 20s used his significant height and length advantage to play a safe style of boxing, a style perfect for Olympic boxing, where although Mike Tyson in hindsight would have seemed like the logical choice to dominate the games, Biggs had cruised to an easy gold medal appearance. Tyrell Biggs began his career as a by-the-book, slick yet unexciting boxer who in the majority of his fights would have a massive size advantage and often picked apart other fighters to a solid 15-0 record before his clash with Iron Mike. However, fast approaching on his 10th consecutive victory, Biggs faced being dropped from mainstream sports coverage entirely and was stressed by his management and trainer to change up his robotic and safe boxing repertoire. Biggs would do just that and merged into a quicker, snappier, and more aggressive giant, with 2 graphic knockouts of David Bay and Lorenzo Boyd, after which he had quickly arrived at his frightening destination, Iron Mike Tyson.
Tyrell Biggs has changed his style of boxing, now has become a fair puncher.
Boxing lore is an unending force in the sporting world, providing even the casual eye with a vision into the detail of the boxing world's greatest hits. And in the case of Iron Mike's unrelenting vengeance towards Tyrell Biggs, history casts an ominous cloud over Biggs' likelihood of surviving at the hands of the then enraged Mike Tyson. As the story goes, according to the legend, Biggs, who was 5 years Tyson's senior, made fun of the Brooklyn puncher's short stature and underdeveloped abilities. Tyson traveled to LA with the US squad, even though he didn't make the Olympic team, so he could gather experience. When a supportive fan wished Tyson luck for his fight after spotting the boxing team at the airport, Biggs answered, "What? You mean on his flight, not his fight? He's not fighting at the Olympics." 3 years later, and the grudge still remains. Despite this, Biggs was as comfortable in the position of Tyson's superior before the bout as he had been when they were both amateurs. Biggs pre-fight had referred to Tyson as "our little friend" and consistently talked up his 6'5" frame while demeaning Tyson's quote 5'8" size.
I'm tall enough to be heavyweight champ of the world at least 10 times a day, let alone the press asking me how tall I am, people in general saying, "You're not as big as I thought you was. Guys your size doing all that damage." I think I always thought you were my advantage because most fighters are used to fighting opponents 6'3", 6'2", the average heavyweight. And I feel that I use it to my advantage because I move my head, I'm very quick, and I'm low to the ground, and it's very difficult to hit me.
Like, I am his dad. He's made for me. Tyson.
Oh, he's been talking a lot. He's been talking a lot. He's been talking a lot. He's gonna be slow, nice for him.
The comments from Biggs seemed remarkable considering Tyson had detonated a rapid rise atop the boxing world with an unrivaled 32-0 record heading into the fight, while the kid from Catskill, New York was on a collision course with the undisputed champion of the world, Michael Spinks. Biggs would mention that Tyson had never fought anyone like him, and he was not going to go into the ring just to survive. Despite Tyson having a powerful knockout punch, 2 of his previous 3 opponents had done exactly that, spoiling their way to a 12-round decision losses. The legitimacy of Tyson's position and even his skills were being questioned in the media pre-fight, and some even gave Tyrell Biggs a chance at an upset.
Whose opinions I have to admit I value very much are saying that when this fight is over, the hand of a new champion will be raised, and that hand will belong to Tyrell Biggs. Well, with us as always, the champ, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, I personally feel that Tyrell Biggs possessed the tools, the physical tools, to be effective against a fighter like Mike Tyson.
Numbers don't lie. The taller man and the bigger man is almost always going to beat the smaller man and the shorter man.
I find myself wondering now whether that's part of the reason why so many knowledgeable boxing people, and me, are making a case for Tyrell Biggs.
IBF, WBA, and WBC titles against the #1 contender, Tyrell Biggs. We're scheduled now, Mike Tyson. And Tyson, we understand, is going to run into the ring. And here comes Mike Tyson now, and as you...
All of this would serve to fuel the fire of the rage that was Kid Dynamite when Tyson entered the ring in Atlantic City to fight Biggs, shirtless, clad in his championship belts, and drenched in sweat.
Gentlemen, you received your instructions prior to coming to the ring. Therefore, I expect a good, clean bout. Do you have any...
Biggs executed his plan perfectly in the opening round, gliding around the ring and landing 19 blows to Tyson's face. Iron Mike, on the other hand, did not land an entire shot the first round, with Biggs' length looking too much for Tyson early on.
Tyson also said that he has found a pattern in
Tyson
Tyrell.
has to set up to get that kind of leverage. It's not time to be pretty in here, just time to frustrate this man. And that's what they want from
Biggs unfortunately would only succeed in winning the first round of the evening. By exerting pressure and closing off the ring, Tyson started to cleanly catch his opponent in consecutive succession in the second round.
And that could be suicide.
And the way that Biggs is moving does most damage.
There was a big right hand, best punch of the fight.
That was the left hook, Barry. That was the left hook I was talking about. Now,
by the third, Biggs had a gash above his eye and was gushing from his mouth. After a brutal left hand from Tyson, Biggs had slumped and didn't regain his confidence and composure to resort back to his first round heroics. As the saying goes, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
And another big left hand, and Biggs is hurt. Now he gets out of there. A lot of blood.
this will require a lot of work because he's not boxing, he's not using his tools. He's trying to outmuscle Mike Tyson, which is not his fight plan.
And there's a huge left hand.
However, Tyson delayed the incoming knockout, softening up Biggs with crushing blows, rather than going for the brutal win, like he had done while crushing Trevor Berbick to win the heavyweight title in 1986.
A little more body movement from Tyrell Biggs now. Start throwing some uppercuts.
He took a big left hand there. And a combination by Tyson, a left and a right behind him.
Friday, bloody Friday.
49-46 Mike Tyson, 4-1 in rounds. Based on the 4 points that we score, it's very simple to score. Mike Tyson's just been the effective.
To his credit, Biggs endured the punishment with great bravery, even though Tyson's follow-up attack left him collapsed in his own corner. The referee waved it off. He even recovered from the long-awaited first knockdown in the 7th round thanks to an incredible left hook.
He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. It's all over. And it wasn't even close.
And what we've seen has happened so often.
Even Tyson's detractors had to concede that he was the real deal after such a dominating performance against an unbeaten Olympic standout. In less than a year, he had destroyed Larry Holmes, Tony Tubbs, and Michael Spinks in 91 seconds to dispel any lingering doubts about his status as the world's top heavyweight. In contrast, Biggs would finish his career with a record of 15-9 until calling it quits in 1998. Tyson's knockout was his only attempt at a world championship. Biggs, although a completely solid fighter, had no business stepping into the ring with prime Iron Mike, and his overall lack of aggressiveness hurt his career moving forward. Mike Tyson's vicious massacre was one of the rare times in young Tyson's career where he showed no mercy to his opponent with true hateful intentions. With Tyson admitting post-bout that he purposely delayed the victory in order to punish Biggs for his comments, in a classic showing of the vengeance of Iron Mike Tyson.
What broke him down? Was it just
constantly
the pressure?
body punches. When I was hitting him with body punches, I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making woman gestures like, I can't find it, but I knew that he was breaking down.